So now let's move on to your next topic, which is audit committee. Now in your audit committee, always remember how the audit committee works. Now what is audit committee? Audit committee is basically the committee of the auditors in a particular organization. It is a committee, it is a group of auditors, right? Firstly, in your audit committee, you will have board of directors, you will have members, donors, general public and others, you will have executive director or president, you will have regulatory agencies, and you will have external and internal auditors. Okay, remember I spoke about external and internal auditors in your previous video also, like who are external auditors, who are internal auditors as well. Now audit committee plays a very important role because audit committee belongs to the top management of any organization. Okay. So as per section 177 of the Companies Act 2013 and Rule 6 and 7 of Companies, meetings of board and its power rules 2014 deals with the audit committee. So this particular section and the rules of a Companies Act of 2013 is dealing with the audit committee. Now let's look at the applicability. Now where is the audit committee applicable? Okay. Now let's look at the applicability of the audit committee. Firstly, it says the board of directors of every listed. Now we read that there is listed company, non-listed company and government companies, right? So the board of directors of every listed companies and the following classes of companies as prescribed under Rule 6 of Companies, meetings of board and its power rules 2014 shall constitute the audit committee. Okay, listed companies, the people, the directors, the board of directors. Okay, what it says is the board of directors of every listed companies as per Rule 6 in the company's meeting can constitute in the audit committee. Okay, the board of directors can be a part of the audit committee. So all the now which companies are these? Okay, it is basically all public companies with a paid up capital of 10 crores. Very important, girls, please note when you're mentioning any company, always mention its paid up capital also. Okay, firstly it is a public company with a paid up capital of 10 crores, a public company having turnover of 100 crores. Okay, you need to have a turnover of 100 crores. All public companies having an aggregate outstanding loans, borrowings, debentures or deposits exceeding 50 crores. Okay, it is basically 10 crores, 100 crores and 50 crores. They should have a paid up capital of 10 crores, turnover of 100 crores and their aggregate outstanding loans, borrowings or debentures or any deposit should not exceed with the 50 crores, okay, or more. Okay, the paid up share capital or turnover or outstanding loans or borrowings or debentures or deposit, basically it is all in a one. It is basically their outstanding loans, borrowings, debentures or any sort of deposits, okay, whichever they are doing on an existing date of last audited financial statement. Now, as I told you all, always remember when your financial year begins. It is from 31st, it is from April 1st to 31st March, okay? Okay, April 1st to 31st March. Always remember this as per what is your financial year. Okay? So this is basically talking about how where the particular audit committee is applicable. Basically, the board of directors can be a part of audit committee, and also only these particular companies which are listed, that is the public company with the share capital, with the share capital with the turnover and their liabilities not exceeding all of these. Only these can form an only these can apply the audit committee in their particular organization. Now, what is the composition? Composition means it is the how they are going to frame the audit committee. With how many number of people are they going to frame the audit committee? See, it says audit committee shall consist of minimum 3 directors. Very important, girls, always remember all of these. Okay, it will consist of minimum 3 directors with independent directors forming a majority. There will be 1 independent directors and 3 directors with 1 independent directors who will form the majority. Okay, now the majority of members of audit committee, including its chairperson, shall be persons with ability to read and understand the financial statement. Okay, when you are appointing any particular member, any particular director, okay, that person should have the ability to read and also understand whatever financial statements you are preparing. So along with these particular directors, you will also appoint 1 chairperson. Okay, he'll be the chairman. Okay, next, the board's report under section 134 subsection 3 shall disclose the composition of an audit committee, and where the board has not accepted any recommendation of the audit committee, the same shall be disclosed in such report along with the reasons thereof. Okay, now as you all remember, in your previous videos we've discussed how the auditors prepare the written report and submit it, right? Now in this particular thing, in this particular statement, it says the board of directors will either have the power to accept the auditor's report or to reject the auditor's report. Okay, if they do not feel that the auditing report is accurate, if it is prepared on point, if it is good enough, then they have the entire responsibility to reject the report. Okay, now next is we looked into what is the applicability. We saw the composition. Now let's look into what is the reconstitution. Now what is this reconstitution? Every audit committee of a company existing immediately before the commencement, okay, commencement of this act shall be reconstituted within 1 year of such commencement on or before 31st March. Now why is it 31st March? Because it is the time when the financial year is coming to an end. Okay, it is saying now every audit committee, if it is existing, okay, it should again but it is not constituted effectively, it should be reconstituted before the act has come into picture. Okay, and also it says that it should be done, reconstitution of audit committee should be done on or before 31st March 2015. Okay, that is about reconstitution. Next is the functions of audit committee. As we all looked into different functions of managing director and all of that, we'll have functions of audit committee also. Now let's look into what are the functions of audit committee. Every audit committee shall act in accordance with the terms of reference specified in writing by board, which shall inter alia include, okay, which will include, basically it is saying which is including all of these. That is, first one is recommendation. Now every auditor will be recommended for appointment. Any person, see it could be, even if I am a part of the company and if I am in the top management, I can recommend one person for the auditing position, okay, to appoint him. So recommendation for appointment. Next is, once you appoint, you have to give him remuneration, okay, and you should also tell them the terms of appointments of auditor of the company. So what is the functions of audit committee? Firstly, your audit committee will recommend a particular person for appointment of the auditor. Second one is the remuneration, and also you will tell them the terms of appointment of the auditor. Okay, so next one is review and monitor. They should also the audit committee, these are the functions of audit committee. Please note, do not get confused. Okay, next is you need to review, monitor the auditor's independence and performance. Basically you need to review and monitor the auditor's performance in order to see if the auditor is performing really well and if he is preparing the reports effectively. Okay, check the effectiveness of the audit process as to how he is carrying out the auditing, whether he is fulfilling all his responsibilities or not. Next is examination of financial statements and the auditor's report thereon. Okay, the audit committee will also examine all the financial statements which are prepared by the auditor. Okay, it is a written document. Next is approval of any subsequent modification of transaction of the company with related parties. Okay, in case if the auditor has prepared any report but audit committee feels that there should be any changes which should be made, then the audit committee will ask the auditor to make certain modification and certain changes in the transactions. Next is scrutiny of intercorporate loans and investments. Scrutiny is basically the audit committee will also have a necessary charge on the auditor to talk about the scrutiny of the intercorporate loans and investments. They should tell them about what are the loans and investments, where the company has taken loan from, and also where the company has invested their money in. Okay, next is valuation of undertakings of assets of company wherever it is necessary. Okay, valuation of undertaking. Now, what is valuation of undertaking of assets of the company? Is basically nothing but check the value of the asset. Now, I have this pencil with me. This is my asset. Okay, I need to check the value. It could be 3 rupees, it could be 5 rupees. Okay, so you need to check the valuation of undertaking of assets of the company whenever and wherever it is necessary. Next is valuation of internal financial control controls and risk management systems. Okay, if check if the company where the company has invested, the audit committee must check if the company wherever they have invested is there any risk there. Okay, and also take necessary controls, necessary internal financial controls, okay, to avoid any sorts of risk to the company. Okay, next is monitoring the end of use of funds raised through public offers and related matters. Now you all know, as commerce students, company will raise certain amount of shares from the certain amount of money in the form of shares from the public. They will give shares, the public will purchase share. In return, the company will have necessary capital with them, right? So you should the company should make sure whatever funds they are getting, they are used in an effective way, they are used in the proper way. If there is any misuse of funds, okay, how the funds are being used, okay, what is the end use of funds, they need to evaluate and monitor all of these. Now let's move on to your next topic in your audit committee, that is powers of audit committee. Now what is this powers of audit committee? The audit committee shall have the authority. Now these are the powers of audit committee. Let's look into the powers. Okay, they have the power to call for comments of auditors about internal control system, the scope of audit including the observations of auditors, and review of financial statement before the submission of the board. As I told you all earlier, auditor will prepare the audit report, and before the submission is actually done, the audit committee will check the audit report. If they feel it is right, they will approve it. If they feel it is wrong, they will disapprove the financial statement of the report. Next is to discuss any related issue with internal and statutory auditors and the management of the company. If there is any sort of issue, the audit committee will discuss the issues with internal and statutory auditors and also the management of the company. Okay.